For Provincial Dawn additional members, uncontested, we have Patience Kok.
Viva Patience, viva!
Viva!
And the next additional member for Provincial Dawn, KZN, is Suraya Mohammed.
Viva Suraya, viva!
Viva!
And then we have Yugeshni Reddy.
Viva Reddy, viva!
Viva! Sexy kancane.
And so we have the Provincial Dawn Deputy Chairperson for KZN in the name of Zoe Solomon.
Viva Zoe, viva!
Viva!
Viva Zoe Solomon, viva!
Viva!
Mame bona uzowe bona bashawalu shawalu falo bona bashawalu bona uzowe bona bashawalu. Viva Zoe, viva!
Viva!
And then for Provincial Dawn Chairperson for the KZN province, we have Ramona Mackenzie.
Viva Ramona, viva! Viva Ramona Mackenzie, viva! Mame bonu Ramona, shawalu shawalu falo bona, bonu Ramona, shawalu falo bona.
Nansi Mbogoto.
Thank you so much. Let us give them a round of applause.
Viva Don Viva!
Viva!
Oi, oi, Don, oi, oi!
Oi, oi!
Ibogoto!
Mbogoto.
Izinto
Lamdana,
wenukhalelani
Lamdana, Lamdana,
Izinto
Lamdana,
wenukhalelani
Lamdana,
Okay, colleagues, thank you very much. We're very excited for the women in KZN, and I'm happy for that. So the next announcement are the 3 deputy provincial chairpersons. I'll read them in the order, let's do it, bottom to top, like we always do. Sorry, Dean, it's not you. So in the 3rd deputy provincial chairperson is Hannah Shemima Winkler.
Oi, oi! Oi, oi! Viva! Hannah, viva! Ibogoto!
Thank you.
Congrats. I'll say congrats now. The second Deputy Provincial Chairperson is Tlengiwe Shozi.
Ai, Shozi, viva!
Viva!
Viva, Shozi, viva!
Viva! Oi, oi, Tlengiwe, oi, oi! Viva, Tlengiwe, viva!
Viva!
Ibogoto!
Ibogoto!
Ai, ai, abantu besifazane, ai, ai!
Ai!
And colleagues, your first Deputy Provincial Chairperson is Martin Meyer.
Viva, Martin, viva!
Viva!
Viva, Martin Meyer, viva! Viva! Umartini lona!
Umartini lo,
Abamazio!
abazange bambo.
Umartini lona! Yana Abamazio!
Abazange bambo.
Abazange bambo!
Abazange bambo.
Ai, Chumi! Ya caralho.
Ready, 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 ready.
Right, and all these three wonderful people will be deputy chairpersons to the provincial, KZN Provincial Chairperson by the name of Dean McPherson.
Martin, viva! Utini lona! Utini lo! Abamazio! Abazange bambo! Utini lona! Utini lo! Abamazio! Abazange bambo! Abazange bambo!
Abazange bambo!
Abazange bambo!
Abazange bambo!
Usihlalolona! Usihlalolo! Abamazio! Abazange bambo! Usihlalolona! Usihlalolo! Abamazio!
Abazange bambo!
Abazange bambo!
Abazange bambo!
Abazange bambo!
Abazange bambo!
Osia!
Abazange bambo! Abazange bambo!
Viva Sihlalo, viva!
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 Can we get you off? We'll get you back now. You're going to go off. You'll call him back after. Sure. Okay, colleagues, we're coming to the last two positions for KZN's new
Democrats,
team.
please take your seats.
The Deputy Provincial Leader. Okay. Calmness.
Democrats,
Settle down.
The Deputy Provincial Leader is Sitembisu.
Viva Gama Viva!
Viva!
Viva Gama Viva! Ela tiswa! Paoanomba!
Oabobla!
Ela tiswa! Paoanomba! Besana mapaisa! Konagalangespa! Besana mapaisa! Konagalangespa! Eretsiswa. Nomba. Ayihlale phansi ibambe umthetho.
Yes.
Oi, oi, Sembisonge boy, oi.
Oi.
Viva, Deputy Leader, viva!
Viva.
After the
Hey,
Delegates, as we are about to announce who the chairperson, the provincial leader, excuse me, the provincial leader would like to call the provincial chairperson to come up, please. In the meantime. It gives me,
you can stand there.
it gives me the most greatest pleasure to announce the KZN provincial leader in the name of Joacha Rogers.
Viva Joacha, viva. Viva Joacha, viva. Viva. Viva Joacha Rogers, viva. Viva. Kancane. Sekusele kancane.
Dancing Kalagacha.
Viva Rogers, viva. Viva França Rogers, viva. Oi, oi.
Can we?
Hosiaya, Hosiaya, He Hosiaya, Oketweni. Hosiaya, 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 Oketweni. Oh, mame setyobola. Hosiaya, Hesishaya, Hosiaya, Hesithuka, Hosiaya, Oketweni. Gubi, 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 yo. Siaya, 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 Hosiaya, Okithi, gubi, 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 yo. Siaya, 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 Okithi noma besithobola. Hosiaya, Hesishaya, Hosiaya, Hesithuka, Hosiaya, Oketweni. Azikale! Siyakhala! Azikale!
Delegates, thank you very much for your. I think Azikale bulalele microphone namhlanje yabo. Thank you very much for the confidence that you've put into me. You know, I don't know if some of you might have heard the song that I asked earlier when I did my address. It's a song by Questa, and it's called Spirit. And it's a wonderful piece of music. And it's all about rebirth, new beginnings in townships across our country. And I think we need to carry that spirit with us into this 2024 election. Because it's only going to be the DA that's going to take that spirit into the voter space and convince voters, give them hope, and bring about change. I don't need to tell you that the ANC at the moment, it may well have some stage been a great liberation movement. It's a party of dismal failure. It's a party that doesn't care for the people of KwaZulu-Natal. Because if it was a party that cared for the people of KwaZulu-Natal, our school children would have been fed. Instead, 5,400 schools had no food for a week. All because the ANC cannot organize, and I'm trying to think of something polite to say here, a piss up in a brewery. That's about the best I can say it. When you leave school children hungry, then you have to ask yourself, what is it that we're doing? But you know, people can see through the ANC. Voters see through it. They see through these empty promises that keep coming out of the ANC's mouths. And when we debate with the ANC in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, the only thing they can throw at us is racism. Hatred and racist attacks on the DA. Myself, Heinz de Boer, and Chris Pappas. But you know what? I took great delight in facing them and saying, the reason you don't like Chris Pappas is because he's exposing your failures. He's exposing your cities where you govern that have become like war zones and infrastructure collapsing. eThekwini returned 244 million rand meant for infrastructure. That's what the ANC calls getting the job done. In fact, their new slogan in our debates is, leave no one behind. What exactly? They've left everybody behind, except the connected few who make the money. I heard about the transport issue that was going around, and that's what it's all about. It's about chowing the money. It's not about service delivery. And if you look at our province's finances, it is the worst it has ever been. Let me tell you, when we take over the provincial legislature in Umzinduzi, we have a hard task ahead of us. Because they have hollowed it out, they have plundered it. At the moment, our Department of Education spends 91% of its budget on compensation of employees. The national average is 84%. 5,100 posts remain vacant in the Department of Education. If they fill those posts, they'll far exceed their budget, like they did last year. Treasury had to bail them out to the tune of 900 million rand, otherwise they wouldn't have been able to pay salaries. Leave nobody behind? Where, on what planet is the ANC living? They give us nothing. They give the people of our province nothing. They neglect the poorest of the poor. We saw it after the floods in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, where people were housed in the most shocking conditions in community halls for months and months and months. And it was the DA that exposed it. It was the DA that went to the Human Rights Commission and got things done. The sad reality is they've just shifted the problem. They're now put into public works buildings where 15 people are living in one room, men and women are separated, children are separated. Is this what freedom and justice for all should look like? No, it's not. But the ANC doesn't believe in freedom and justice for all. It believes it has the right to govern in the way it wants to govern. Well, look out, ANC in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, because we are 10% behind you at the current polls. I suggest what the ANC starts doing now is looking for alternate offices outside of Umzinduzi. Perhaps they can all go and join the Taliban here in Durban, and bin Laden, the Secretary General of the ANC, will give them offices. Your days are numbered. We are coming from you. We've had enough. Our residents, our voters have had enough. Your days are numbered. We will be there. So, colleagues, Monday the work starts. Mergen, you can have off tomorrow in Chatsworth. Monday the work starts. Doesn't matter if it's a public holiday. But I'm serious, delegates. We've got a huge job ahead of us. But what makes it all the more sweet is that we've got all the opportunities. We have never, ever, in my political career that I can remember, had the opportunity that we've got now. We look at polls and they tell us that 40% of traditional ANC voters no longer want to vote for the ANC. They're looking for an alternate political home. That's our responsibility. That's collectively, that's our responsibility. We're going to convince those people, and we're going to show them that where we govern well, and we're going to convince them to vote for the DA so that in 2024 we can show the people of KwaZulu-Natal what a DA government can do. Amandla!
Awethu.
Phambili DA phambili.
Phambili.
Azikale.
Ziyakhala.
Ndiyabulela.
Democrats, please remain seated for the provincial chairperson.
Thank you very much, delegates. What an amazing day it has been. We've had a great time with each other. We have heard some inspiring speeches, and we have elected our leadership to take us into the 2024 election and become the next coalition government in KZN. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask that when we go, we echo the sentiment that our federal leader said, that the shirts stay behind. On the provision, you have something under your shirt when you leave. The caps come off and the stickers are discarded. Because we have a job to do like no other, like our provincial leader has just said. So colleagues, I want to wish you all well as you travel home. I want to wish you well as you interact with one another, wherever that may be after the Congress, and enjoy the long weekend. Leader, I didn't want to mention, but Monday is a public holiday, if that's all right. If we can just take that day off. Not South Durban, of course, but everyone else can have Monday off. And you enjoy the rest of the weekend. Colleagues, there's just one thing left for me to say. That's to close Congress and say, let's move to 2024, become the next provincial government. Let's do this.
Yes, yes.
Viva Baholi, viva!
Viva!
All right, so music and jubilation, it seems, from the 500 plus delegates in attendance at the Durban ICC as the DA KZN Provincial Elective Congress have announced the leadership results. We'll get into discussion about those dynamics unfolding in just a short moment.